just feel like everything is just weird today. I don't know what's going on today. But anyway, nevertheless, I will be looking up and looking down. Feel like I'm so high, like way up there. But anyway, today we're going to talk about tea and truth with GloryD. Peace over pretending, building bridge. Are you building bridge or you're building walls? What are we building today? We need to know what we're doing. Are we practicing peace? Or are we just pretending like we have peace? Are we building bridges or are we building walls? There is a difference that we all must know. But there is definitely a difference. And we're going to talk about that. As I can't get straight this morning for some reason. Something's just wrong. I just can't. Maybe I don't have enough light, thinking I'm 21. I don't need light, but yeah, I need light. So I'm going to grab this sip. When I think about something, I'm thinking about, first I need to say good morning to everyone from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Today is a great day. Today is Thursday. Oh my, we're getting ready to go into August, my celebration month. Yay! So excited about that as we journey on to another adventure in life. And when I think about peace over pretending, think about situations where people always want to steal your peace. Well, some people, you don't have to steal it; they just give it to them. So let's talk about that. When I think about peace over pretending, building bridges over building walls, I have to think about. Turn this right like this. Had to think about Romans 12 and 18, which is the Bible. It says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peacefully with all men. That's what the Bible says in Romans 12 and 18. But some people, no matter what you do, they always try to steal your peace. So we're going to make sure that people don't steal our peace today. Good morning, everyone from the north, the south, the east, and the west. This is Tea and Truth with GloryD. I'm so thankful you've chosen to spend this time with me this morning, this early in the morning in Texas. It is 4:07. Yes, dealing with technical difficulties. Hi. Hi, Hunter. I guess I am your Annie. Hi, Annie. Hi. Hi. Nice to see you this morning. We have to be careful. Are we doing peace? Or are we pretending? Are we building bridges? Or are we building walls? That's what we're talking about this week. So thank you for watching with me for a few minutes or not, whether you're in Texas, whether you're in New York, whether you're in Europe, Asia, or anywhere in the world. I just want to say hello. Well, yeah, if my eyes wasn't real, how would I be able to see you? So yeah. Thank you. Okay, so grab your favorite cup, whether you're drinking tea or just hot water or hot coffee, because this is very serious. When I think about, are we pretending like we have peace with something, or are we building a wall instead of building a bridge? And there is a difference. So again, today is a peace over pretending, building bridges over building walls. Okay. Let me ask you a question. As I ask you a question, I'm asking me a question as well. Have you ever smiled when your heart was broken? Yeah. Sometimes we have to smile for ourselves because people often try to break you, try to take your smile. So that's why I'm always encouraging someone or other people to please smile. Life looks better when you smile. I think that's what Kirk Franklin have a song like that, and it makes sense to me. Have you ever said, yes, I'm fine, when you really wasn't fine, just so people could leave you alone? Mm. Many of us have become expert at pretending. We pretend because we don't want to get into a conflict with anybody or anyone else because we know what that feels like. So we began to pretend. So we began to pretend like everything is okay. We pretend because we're afraid of rejection. Well, let me tell you, you're going to be rejected. Keep living. And rejection does not feel good at all. No. So just know that. Okay? We pretend because we're afraid of being rejected. We pretend because we don't want to disappoint people. If you start living for people, you got a problem because people will have you up and down and all around, and they like you today, they don't like you tomorrow. They play games on you, they play tricks on you. They just try to make you hurt. So let me drink some tea off of that. So we just gotta be true to ourselves, be true to who you are. As long as you're doing good, keep you doing good. That's what's important. But here's the truth. Pretending may keep people comfortable only for a minute. But in reality, you're not really being healed. We pretend a lot. Hi, H2. Okay. Um, Healing begins when truth and wisdom meet. It's like a relationship. We in truth and we have wisdom. They just merge together, so you won't have to pretend. I can tell you my truth while I'm giving you wise counseling. I really didn't like that. However, when you said XYZ, it makes me feel like this, but now I'm able to talk about it. I couldn't talk about it then. It's not that you're pretending. It's like, hey, right now, I am going to put a period right there because I'm not going to add to this because I may add fire to it. Now, that's not your pretending. Pretending is like, oh, it's good. I'm good. And you're not good. And you are the one going back carrying that pain. So let's, no. Today, we're going to explore two powerful images, a bridge and a wall. Which one are you building? Are you building a bridge? Or are you building a wall? And there is a difference. So I had to write this down. What does a bridge represent? A bridge connects two people from getting one side to the other. You can stay connected. A bridge connects two people, two places that would otherwise remain separated. So we've got to come together. In other words, you will have to come together. You will have to let people know that, hey, I really didn't like what you said without an attitude. So a lot of these relationships, we're building a wall and not building a bridge where we can come together. We have to be able to come together. Let me drink some tea on that. Because when I look at coming together in this world right now, it's like, what? No, there's all this. So when do we find that peace and don't pretend and then be able to build a bridge instead of building a wall? Relationships need bridges. Healthy bridges are built with honesty. I can tell you this. Also, respect. And I can listen to you even when I don't want to listen to you. Does that make sense? I can listen to you even when I don't want to listen to you. Ain't that something? I mean, I want to listen to you today, but I do have opinion, and we all have one. So I'm going to give you my undivided opinion, and then we can talk about it. So we have to be honest. We have to be respectful. We have to listen, and accountability along with patience. Because remember, when you treat someone a certain way, if you stonewall someone else, then when you're ready to come back and they ain't ready to come back to you, don't be upset. No, give them time to heal too. Forgiveness when it's appropriate. So what are we building today? We're building a healthy bridge. That means I need that other person need me, and we're going to, it looks like this. We'll be able to cross over to meet. Either cross over in the middle, or we can cross over together, but still, we're still connecting. Thank you. Thank you. Someone said they love my hair. You know, it's good to be loved any kind of way. I accept that. Thank you. Look, thanks. Thanks because you noticed. And that's what, you know what? Now let me see how easy it is for me to be turn around. So now I'm turning around. Because you know what? That's all people want, to be noticed. Instead of saying something negative, then guess what? You may want to back away and just say, hey, and keep it going. And then when they ask them for more, just say, you know what? I just don't have much to say right now. Okay. Oh, Hunter. Bye. Trust that grows over time. Forgiveness when it's appropriate. Build trust that grows over time. Bridge say, I value the relationship enough to meet you halfway. The relationship meets halfway. You know what I'm learning in my season age, which means that I'm not 21 or 51 right now, is that a person rather say nothing than just say how they really feel. That's avoidance. That's just be honest. You know what? No, I want to talk to you today. Well, you know, people don't even say they just text it, but that just sounds so rude. But people have feelings too. One person alone cannot build a lasting bridge. Now you can build a bridge, but if that other person's not connecting with you, you just on that bridge all by yourself. There's many bridges we can get on by ourselves. Have you ever felt like you were the only one apologizing? It feels like this, like you're in a hole all by yourself. And you know what else? It always feels like someone always wants you to apologize, apologize, apologize. And they wear that out as Christians. They really want us to apologize all the time. Apologize. See, if you was a Christian, you apologize, you apologize, you apologize. If you was a Christian, you apologize. Well, if you quit doing things so I have to apologize all the time, don't just try me so I have to apologize. And then we got to realize apology is for me, because you may not never forgive me, but I got to move on. Okay, let me move on. So what does a wall represent? Now let's talk about that wall. Okay, many people automatically think a wall is bad, but our wall isn't bad. So there are unhealthy walls and there are walls of boundaries. I'm not going to stay in this relationship where you keep hurting me. I'm glad you're back. I'm not going to stay in this relationship where you keep hurting me. I'm not going to stay on this job when you keep degrading me. I will be looking for another job. I choose. And what's so good about disconnecting? You have that right to choose to disconnect. You have that right to stay if you want to stay, and you have that right to disconnect if you want to disconnect. Just remember, it's your right. Don't let people take your right away from you. Okay. I'll never trust anyone. That's automatically a wall. Because now you're putting me in a category and I haven't done anything to you. Let me drink. Remember, this is Tea and Truth with GloryD. So, unhealthy wall says, I'll never trust anyone again. So then I would have to ask that hurtful question. Do you trust you? Or do you allow other people to tell you who you are, who you speak to? I got a question for everybody. I don't understand this. And then when you find the answer, I'll be back Thursday morning at 4 a.m. so you can tell me. Listen, why is it that when one woman is mad at another woman and the other female does not know the other female character, they'll jump on the same bandwagon. Is it a friendship thing? Well, that's a wall that's being built. Because we have to get to the point to where we say, you know what, that person hasn't even done anything to me. I may choose not to let them within my boundaries, but that's my choice. Not because you manipulated me so that I wouldn't do it. Because when one person don't like another person, they'll tell a person another reason why they shouldn't like another person. Or another thing is, I'm going to be silent. Ain't that something? Have y'all ever had somebody say, I'm going to be silent no matter what? I'm going to be silent. Ain't it? Be silent. We don't care. Bye. Be silent. Be silent. So what we have to do, we have to realize, what does that wall, what a bridge represents, where we can connect together, and what does a wall represent? Disconnection. I'm never going to trust anyone again. I refuse to listen to him or her. I'm going to punish you with silence. You just built up a wall. Sometimes people are like, woo, thank you for being quiet. Woo, what else I need to do so you can stop talking to me? Well, healthy boundaries says, I will trust you with respect, but I won't accept abuse. I will trust you when you can respect me, but I'm not going to accept your abuse. First, we got to know, are you abusing me emotionally or are you abusing me physically? Either one is still abuse. You treating me the silence treatment? For what? What do you want from me? These are little simple things, but we need to be able to recognize when someone is emotionally abusing you, because you can't say it. We need to be able to recognize when people are stonewalling you. We have to recognize when people are inviting you into their sacred area and they are saying, I don't want anyone else in that area. But we got to be able to, okay, you have that right, but I have the same right too. And I think that's where the disconnect and the boundaries. You want me to do what you want me to do, but then when it comes to us, that's that wall you're building up. The wall says, I always got to have something right. The wall says, I'm behind this wall and you can't come. The bridge says, yeah, you hurt me, but we can meet halfway in the middle and talk about it. Now, when you ever get to the point, someone's building that wall, remember, once they build that wall, what's behind the wall? The person is behind that wall. The hurt is behind that wall. And some of this hurt that's behind the wall have nothing to do with you. So we can keep trying to build a bridge together. Okay. I forgive you, but trust needs time. You can forgive, but you can say, listen, I forgive you, but my trust in you, I really just don't trust what you say. And you know what? Sometimes it's not what people say, it's what they did that hurt them the most. Because when you tell a person, even I'm noticing, y'all, since I'm not 30 anymore, man, I may need to get my ears checked, because I'm hearing stuff and hurting people feeling. Don't even know I'm hurting. What? Seeing T's that look like, I'm thinking Tuesday's Thursday and Thursday's Tuesday, and A is Adrian, A is Angela. I mean, you're just getting these things mixed up, and I don't know. I better get a check